This week on the Level Up Report, we want to talk about the new feature about Steam called Remote Play Together, which lets you play any local-only game online. So I know you're pretty excited about this, because now we can play Salt Sanctuary and all these different Cuphead, all these games that you previously would have to like go to our house or buy the game separate. Which now we only have to buy one copy of it.
Yeah, really exciting because when I first introduced to you this game, Salt Sanctuary, it was on for the PS4, and like you said, for us to really play this together, we had to be in person. And nowadays, most games when people play it together is not co-op couch play. It's across the world, possibly.
Right.
So this is a great feature, and it's seamless when you incorporate this into Steam, which is a really popular platform. In the past,
where a lot of people have their games.
Yeah, in the past we tried a different feature. It's called start with P.
It's called Parsec, and a friend recommended it to us.
Yeah, we tested it. It worked, but it wasn't as great as
you have to jump through some hoops to make it work.
Yeah.
It just works.
Yeah, so far we tried this game out. It worked pretty fine. No issue. And they incorporate right into Steam, so you don't have to download different software and play around with all these different settings.
I think I do miss being able to just be sit on the couch with you and just play a game.
I mean, those are the best, but things change with the times. And I think this is another good way to play with viewers,
Yeah, it could be. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can go about playing this and also going the wrong way.
Yeah, we definitely want it.
I think this is a step in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely. And this is free. You don't have to pay extra money.
Right. Like to do use Steam.
And let's emphasize that you just need one copy. So one copy, all your friends could play, and it's support up to 4 or more, depending on what kind of game.
Depending on the game. It's a really nice feature, actually. I wasn't expecting this, as I know you were saying this has been in the beta for a month.
I don't know how long, but I did read an article in October talking about this. But I also stumbled upon videos too, years ago, talking about remote play. So I'm not sure if it's related to the same thing, but I don't know why they suddenly brought it out to the open, but maybe it's to compete with I don't know. They gotta be competing with something, to introduce this.
And you died.
Yeah, I know.
Some good timing right there.
But I don't know how it will work in other games, because in Salt and Sanctuary we had to talk to an individual to summon me.
To activate the local co-op?
Yeah, So I'm not sure how it will work with other games. But for this game, it works really well. Really fine. I don't see any delay, too.
I was about to ask you, how is the delay and everything?
No, it works fine. It's seamless. Because when we tried that other game, no, not game, platform thing for the remote play kind of thing, we tested it on Dark Souls, and I felt like there was a delay for that. It wasn't perfect. That's what I'm saying.
Which one were you talking about? On
the one that our mutual acquaintance, told to us. Start with P, like that.
Oh, Parsec?
Yeah. There was a delay in it.
There was a delay, and also we both couldn't use the controller for some reason. One of us had to use the mouse and keyboard, and the other person could use the controller.
Yeah. So right now I'm using control to control this character. So this is awesome, you know. So like maybe like 4 to 6 people could use their own control across the world.
I think it just opens up a lot of possibilities, like in the grand scheme of things. I know my biggest complaint about these local only games is you have to be in the same room.
Yeah.
And now
be in
that
the
you
same
don't
room.
have to, makes playing these games a lot easier.
And one copy. You can't beat one copy. Oh.
Alright, you save some money, you could split the cost.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it also raises the question of, is it okay if games only have local, like, multiplayer? Now that that has this feature, since it may cost more money or time to invest in making a good online experience, like online multiplayer, now they could just, you think they could just rely on this feature, not worry about it, like making an online experience?
What do you mean by a long experience? You mean
Like when they have like an
social?
online multiplayer option, like for Castle Crashers, for instance. It has the remote play option, but there was already online mode built in.
I mean, I know for Castle Crasher, they also have like PvP and stuff like that. They have like fighting people, like random people, random players, not like, you know, what we're doing right now, which is co-op. So, like, I think for like these kind of experiences, like they could keep it, make it a simple game. I think it would be better for indie developers, you know, this kind of
If they just
remote
keep it
play.
local only.
Because you don't have to invest as much, you know. The
Right.
game's more simple to develop.
Then they could
And
focus their time on other things.
I just wonder, I just hope that developers won't abuse this and just up the price of the game just because, you know, people may not want to buy more than one copy of it.
How do you think they would? Why do you think they would up the price? Because they wouldn't have.
They won't sell as
For
much
online.
copies. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
true. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so, you know, they always trying to like, they're always trying to like make their money back somehow, you know?
Well, they have to. I mean, they can't just do this for free.
I mean, everything used to be free, you know what I'm saying? Like, this local play, couch play, is normal back in the day. It was part of the experience. They just lost the way as online gaming became popular.
Nowadays, local only was seen as a negative, at least for me. And I see if there's a co-op game or a multiplayer game that I want to play, and I can't because I want to play with you. For instance, we don't live that close to each other. So being able to like not having the option to play online it really limits what games we can play, you know? I think the core of this this feature is a good thing. Like, it will really help. I think it'll help indie developers especially. Like, less so about AAA like games because they already have these kinds of things built in. And I expect them to have like options because they have the budget and the manpower to do that.
Yeah. This kind of thing should be always a given. Ah, crap.
Yeah, I'm really glad this came out of nowhere, and now we're trying all these different indie games, and we're actually trying to look into all these co-op experiences these indie games provide that we
Yeah,
weren't really looking into before because that there was no online feature. Maybe they didn't have the time, or they didn't have enough experience, or not enough money. Who knows?
Yeah, do really appreciate this thing from Steam, and it put pressure on like Epic Store or other platforms to like do it too.
I hope so. because this is a step in the right direction. That
Yeah,
I wasn't
definitely.
expecting.
After all these mix up in the industry so far.
Could use it a little bit of good news, and this is
Yep.
definitely it.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's our take on remote play together. If you guys want to know more about it, it's all over Steam right now. I'll put a link on what exactly it is. And currently, there's a sale well, there was a sale going on, but Thanksgiving's coming up, so maybe there'll be another sale for this new feature. Check out some indie games that have only local co-op or multiplayer. This is a really cool feature.